Hello and welcome to News9 Sports for this special in which we will review the second ODI between India and England played at the historic Lord's Cricket Stadium in central London. It was a bit of a downer for the millions of Indian cricket fans who expected a big show on Thursday after the splendid performance by the Rohit Sharma-led side in the series opener at the Oval. But that did not happen as a top-class bowling effort from the home team led by the tall left-arm seamer Reece Topley routed India for 146 in under 40 overs, handing England a massive 100-run series-leading victory. The two-pace nature of the pitch at Lord's played its part as batting became tougher in the second innings, but still credit has to be given to the Indian bowlers for the way they let their teams fight back. Right. Talking about England's bowlers, how good was Topley with the new ball? Remember, Topley was also India's nemesis in the T20I series. 6 for 24 in 9.5 overs. 6 for 24 in 9.5 overs. Yes, those were Topley's figures against India at Lord's. These are the best figures by an English bowler in ODI cricket history. That is how good Topley was with the new ball and overall in the match. He got rid of the Indian openers, Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma, both the Indian openers in the power play, giving India a double jolt in the first 10 overs. Then he returned to get the big wicket of the dangerous Suryakumar Yadav, who was in splendid form in the T20I series. As I said, the best bowling figures, not only at Lord's, but by an English bowler overall in ODI cricket, beating the record of Paul Collingwood. The thing about Topley is he's very tall, 6 feet 7 inches, and he extracts extra bounce on any wicket. The Lord's wicket was helping the seamers. Topley got the ball to seam in both directions, and when he bowls to right-handers, he creates a difficult blind spot coming over the wicket. So if he's bowling to a Rohit Sharma does not know if the ball is going away from the stumps or is it's coming in, and that is the the USP of Reece Topley. That is why he states his success against India in T20Is and in this ODI series. This ability to extract extra bounce because of his height and seam the ball both ways. Talking about the collapse of the Indian batsman, we need to talk about Shikhar Dhawan. Shikhar Dhawan has a great ODI record. Not as good as Rohit Sharma's, but still, I would rate him as amongst the top 10 openers of all time. Yes, that is how good he has been in the 50-over format. But Shikhar Dhawan's recent form is not as good with the bat. If you see 31 not out of 54 balls and 9 of 26 in this series at the Oval and Lord's, which means, forget that he's not, scored big runs, but the number of deliveries he's consuming at the top of the order. This is also against, not in sync with India's new aggressive template, which Rohit Sharma has initiated in the power play. Also, if you see his form in the last 8 ODIs, average of only 37. The strike rate, again I'm stressing on this because this is not in sync with the new aggressive template of the Indian cricket team under Rohit Sharma's captaincy in limited overs cricket. Strike rate has dipped to below 75, only 250s in the last 8 innings, no hundreds, and therefore, questions are being raised. Is Dhawan past his prime? Is it time to look at Ishan Kishan? He also gives you the wicketkeeper option at the top of the order with Rohit Sharma. Should KL Rahul not bat at 5 when he comes back? Should he open? So it's an interesting question. Shikhar Dhawan will be in the scheme of things because Shikhar Dhawan is a great ODI batsman. But questions will now be asked, especially if Dhawan doesn't do well on Sunday. Also, another big question for India, and this is a very important riddle which India needs to solve, is the form of Rishabh Pant in limited overs cricket. Remember, Rishabh Pant is a potential great in Test cricket. He's already won India 6 to 7 matches single-handedly, purely on the basis of his batting in Test cricket, changing matches from the lower order. Brisbane, there are many such examples, Ahmedabad, but in limited overs cricket, as we saw, his numbers in the T20I series, were very poor. Yesterday, 0 of 5 balls in Lord's. overall 342 runs in 13 innings at an average of just 26.3, and this is the crucial part. These numbers are in ODIs from the number 4 position, which means when he's come out to bat, he's got enough opportunities, there are enough deliveries to build an innings, but he has failed 8 times in these 13 innings at number 4 in ODI cricket, and this is the worry for India. The worry for India is that Rishabh Pant, batting at the top of the order in ODIs and in T20Is, hasn't done well for India in the limited opportunities. In T20Is, he has a shocking record, not even one high impact performance for India. In ODIs, he has done well, a few good knocks against England at home, but overall his record in ODIs and T20Is is poor, and that is a big problem for India. Right. When we talk about India's batting, no discussion is complete without talking about the former captain, the former king who has been dethroned, Virat Kohli. The way he got out yesterday, one has to feel for Virat Kohli. One has to feel for Virat Kohli. Every match he's going down, he's falling further in the abyss. 16 of 25 balls yesterday, and if you see his dismissal yesterday, he poked at a delivery outside the off stump, as he has done innumerable times across the 3 formats since 2020. And the technical challenge for Kohli now is that the problem is that he's committing on the front foot to most of these deliveries, good length pitch deliveries. So if you commit on the front foot, if there is extra bounce, a bit of seam movement like there was yesterday, you will take the edge, and the slips or the wicketkeeper will come into play. Most of these deliveries where Kohli is getting out can be played, on the back foot. But Kohli is, he is not playing any back foot. The back foot stroke play is almost nil. He is, involuntary committing on the front foot, and that is a big problem for Virat Kohli. It's leading to his downfall. An average of thus 37.78 post 2020. It was 59.84 before. This is ODI cricket. The failure rate has increased from just 32% to 53%. And I'll give you another stat which you won't see on your screen. Kohli's batting average of 25 odd in international cricket, all 3 formats combined this year, in 2022 is the second worst, second worst amongst 76 batsmen who have at least scored 400 runs across the 3 formats. Second worst. He's at number 75. You know who's at number 76? There is a batsman from PNG, Papua New Guinea. That is how bad Virat Kohli has been in international cricket, and in 2022, remember, he's not playing the West Indies series, he's being rested. What the future holds, I don't know, but Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid are clearly backing him. What happens if Deepak Hooda scores runs, Shreyas Iyer scores runs, Surya scores runs, where does Virat Kohli fit in? All these questions, will bother the Indian cricket team. Big match coming on Sunday, Kohli needs to score. Also yesterday, although India collapsed, we need to talk a little bit about the pitch. Remember, England were also in dire straits, and if not for the lower order, they would have been, bowled out for 175, or at least for a less than 200 total. India, great bowling by Reece Topley and some of the other English bowlers, and India sort of could not recover from the initial setback. But the wicket at Lord's, so remember in our preview show yesterday, we told you that Lord's since 2016 has been a very difficult wicket for batsmen in ODI cricket. The batting average, batting strike rate at Lord's was the worst for any English ground since 2016. And conversely, the bowling average, bowling strike rate and economy rate at Lord's was the best for bowlers amongst all English grounds since 2016. Yesterday it was a 2-pace wicket. Some deliveries were zipping through, some deliveries were not coming onto the bat. There was extra bounce as Reece Topley extracted. The pitch offered seam movement in both directions. Also, we have seen in the English summer a very unique event is happening, that the new white Kookaburra ball is swinging and seaming more, but the red Duke's ball in Test cricket was not doing as much. Also, interestingly at Lord's, the team batting first has won 8 of the last 11 matches. So clearly, England had the advantage yesterday batting first. There's something about Lord's and batting first. So overall, the Lord's pitch did have a part in yesterday's batting performance for both teams. India fared worse. They were, their batting collapsed and they could not resurrect, the lower order could not resurrect the innings, and therefore, India suffered a massive 100-run defeat. Well, it sets up, a beautiful, a decider on Sunday. Remember, this is a big series, although this is the 50-over format. The World Cup is in India next year, and England is a big team and one of the favourites, not only for the T20I World Cup in Australia this year, but for the ODI World Cup to be played in November next year in India. So Sunday's decider is a big encounter, and both the teams will not leave any stone unturned to win that match and take the series. For now, that is it from me. Hope you liked our analysis of the review show of the second ODI at Lord's. Please subscribe to News9 Sports, your one-stop destination for everything on cricket, other sports. Remember, the World Athletics Championships are going on, the Commonwealth Games are around the corner. So all sports, News9 Sports is the place for you to go. Thank you and goodbye.